Attack on Titan Season 3, if you don't know, was split into 2 parts. Part 1 was released in July of 2018, and I made a video summarizing it. Later, in April of 2019, Part 2 was released, and that's what we'll be summarizing here. If you want a summary of Part 1, I have a link to my video in the description down below. Also, I may have made a mistake in my previous Attack on Titan summary video. Just to be clear, the coordinate is the ability to control Titans, and Eren seemingly has that ability, but has yet to actually use it to its full power. That's why the enemy is trying to capture Eren. Now that we've got our heads around that, let's summarize Attack on Titan Season 3, Part 2. It's time to take back Wall Maria, and the scouts are ready to do so like never before. The Survey Corps plan to reclaim the Shiganshina district, the area which was first attacked in Season 1, in hopes of reaching Eren's father's basement, which is said to have the answers to everyone's questions. What really are the Titans? How did humanity end up this way? And what's the true identity of their enemy? The group arrive and Eren plugs the outer wall with his new honed Titan hardening ability, but before Eren can plug the hole in the inner wall, they are attacked by a hidden Reiner, who transforms into his armored Titan. Following that, a fleet of Titans and the Beast Titan surround the Survey Corps and throws a boulder at the inner wall's entrance, trapping a number of horses inside the district to prevent a viable escape by horseback. The armored Titan begins to climb the wall towards the Survey Corps, and the Beast Titan orders the smaller Titans to attack the Survey Corps and the remaining horses to prevent any escape. Several squads are assigned to protect the horses, while Hanji and their squad ready to take on the armored Titan. Eren transforms into his Titan and uses himself as bait to lure Reiner away from the inner wall. The two duke it out. Eren hardens his hands and fists his way to victory, with the help of Hanji and the squad penetrating the armored Titan with their Thunder Spears, a new weapon designed to take down Reiner. But plot twist, Reiner still has some oomph in him and begins to roar as a signal for the Beast Titan to throw Bertholdt into the district. After an unsuccessful negotiation between Bertholdt and Armin, Bertholdt transforms into the Colossal Titan, killing the majority of the scouts within the district. Even though Reiner was within the explosive radius, he manages to survive by lying down on his stomach. The enemy's plan is clear as day. The Colossal Titan aims to throw fiery debris towards the rest of the Survey Corps, while the Beast Titan pressures them from the other side. The Beast Titan begins to toss crushed boulder after boulder towards Levi's scouts, pummeling rows of houses after every throw, and causing casualties left and right. And in the meantime, Eren does that thing where a child grabs onto their parent's leg and begs for candy from the chocolate aisle at Woolies. But instead of a parent simply saying no, imagine they fully kicked their child into a wall with no remorse. That's basically what happened to Eren, and now he's unconscious. Armin and the other scouts attempt to pierce the Colossal Titan with the Thunder Spears, but to no avail. Erwin devises a plan to charge the Beast Titan on a suicide charge, to divert the Beast Titan's attention while Levi flanks the Beast Titan to strike it down. Erwin is mortally wounded, but Levi manages to reach the Beast Titan and rip Zeke out of the Titan's body. Levi intends to use the Titan serum Kenny gave him on a dying soldier, who'd then turn into a Titan so that they can consume Zeke to gain his Titan power. But before that happens, one of Zeke's intelligent associate Titans grabs him from Levi and orders the other Titans to kill Levi while he escapes. Armin comes to the conclusion that the Colossal Titan becomes immobile, thinner, and weaker when using its steam attack. Reiner, surviving Bertholdt's explosive transformation, begins to make his way to Eren, but is delayed and defeated by the scouts and Hanji, who actually survived the explosion somehow. Armin devises a plan to defeat Bertholdt and informs Eren. Armin hooks his ODM gear into the Colossal Titan's tooth, while Bertholdt burns Armin alive with his steam ability. However, Armin was merely a distraction, during which Eren sealed up the remaining hole and locates himself behind the Colossal Titan to then cut Bertholdt from the body. Eren lays with Bertholdt and a crispy Armin. He's approached by Zeke, who tells him that he's been lied to by his father, but before any more is said, an intimidating looking Levi makes Zeke decide to call it a draw and escape. picking Reiner up on the way. Levi almost gives the Titan serum to Eren so he can inject an almost dead Armin, but a single remaining soldier from the suicide charge appears with a dying Erwin on his back. Levi considers reviving Erwin with the serum instead of Armin. However, Erwin withdraws his arms from Levi, making Levi remember their previous conversation about letting the commander just rest in peace. Thus, the serum is given to Armin and Erwin passes away. The mindless Armin Titan consumes Berthold and gains his power. Armin then exits the Titan looking a lot less crispier than beforehand. Armin wakes up and Eren explains everything that happened after Armin got deep fried. The remaining survivors head to Eren's house and finally, after 3.5 seasons of awesomeness, our team of anger management, waifu material, bowl cut wholesomeness, sex appealing characters finally enter the basement with all the answers. Using the key Eren's father gave him, the scouts unlock a compartment in a desk containing 3 books. One of the books contains a picture of Grisha, Eren's father, if you don't remember, standing next to a woman who is not Eren's mother, holding a child. Hanji reads the inscription on the back of the picture written by Grisha, stating that the picture is not a portrait painted by human hands, rather it's something called a photograph, created with technology from beyond the walls, where people are still alive and actually live in luxury. The group then head back to the city, bringing along the 3 books containing information and truth beyond the walls. While Eren sleeps, memories of his father's past flood through his mind. Young Grisha takes his sister outside the Liberio internment zone for Eldians so that they can watch the Zeppelins. However, they're caught by 2 officers named Kruger and Gross. Grisha takes a beating from Kruger while Gross takes Grisha's sister home, but she's later found dead near the river. Grisha, knowing Gross was the one to blame. It's monologued to Grisha by his father that 1800 years ago, their ancestor Ymir Fritz made a deal with the devil of all Earth and obtained the power of the Titans, becoming the first humanoid giant with special powers. After Ymir's death, her soul split into 9 Titans, who then built the Eldian Empire. They then went on to destroy the country of Mali so that they could rule over its land. The subjects of Ymir viewed other races as inferior and persecuted them. They forced other races to bear their children to increase their own numbers, and this ethnic cleansing continued for around 1700 years. The Malian people conspired against the Eldian nation from within and gained control of 7 of the 9 Titans, fighting and emerging victorious in the Great Titan War. The Eldian king retreated to Paradise Island and constructed 3 walls and hid within them with his people. Many Eldians were not able to retreat with the king to Paradise Island, thus they remained with the Malians, whose cruel prejudice towards them seems justified. Grisha grows older and joins the Eldian restoration movement led by a mysterious unseen informant named Al, and learns the true history of the Eldians. In reality, when ancestor Ymir gained the power of the Titans, she cultivated the land and brought prosperity to its people. When the Great Titan War broke out, the king, a person who rejected violence, abandoned his duty of maintaining the balance of power within the land and moved the capital to a remote island. The reason why Grisha and so many others live in such misery is because the king had decided to turn his back on conflict long ago. Grisha later marries Dina Fritz, the last member of the royal bloodline remaining on the continent. They have a son named Zeke, who is the boy in the photograph shown earlier. Mali begins its warrior program to keep up with their rival nations over natural resources. Paradise being a place with high amounts of said natural resources, which Mali plans to extract. Grisha and his wife attempt to raise their son Zeke as an infiltrator, but Zeke revolts and turns his father and his mother in, and the rest of the Eldian restoration movement, to the authorities. Grisha, Dina, and the others are taken to the perimeter of the wall of Paradise Island to be exiled as mindless, pure Titans, once injected with the Titan's spinal fluid. Surprisingly, the Titan Dina turns into is the same Titan which ate Eren's mother. Kruger reveals to Grisha that he's the informant Al and goes on to kill all the Malian officers. Kruger, first name Eren, reveals to Grisha that he had to participate in the persecution of the Eldians to not reveal his identity and true intentions to restore Eldia. It is said that from the point of inheriting the Titan power will have no longer than 13 years to live. Kruger, living his 13th year as the Attack Titan, passes down his power to Grisha and takes up the mission to restore Eldia and its power by infiltrating the Paradis walls and take the founding Titan power from the royal family. And there you have it, an episode and a half of pure awesome lore about the Attack on Titan universe. However, this was merely a summary, so if you want a more in-depth explanation, I'll link an Attack on Titan Wikipedia article in the description, which should answer some questions you might have. But I digress. Eren and Mikasa are released from the stockade, and a council meeting ensues. The truth about the Titans, Marley, the Eldians, and Grisha is conveyed to the council by Hanji, and states Eren's ability to control Titans even though he does not bear royal blood. Eren, however, realizes the only reason he could command the Titans that one time back in Season 2 was because he touched Dina in her pure Titan form. Eren keeps this to himself though, fearing what the military might do to Historia if they found out. Historia decides everyone should know the truth about the Titans, and that the attack upon them was merely the beginning of an invasion by Marley. As Eren touches Historia's hand during an award ceremony, he is flooded with memories from his father talking to the Fritz royal family, demonstrating the connection through Titan blood. The remaining Titans inside Wall Maria are killed, and the citizens return to their homes and begin rebuilding. The Survey Corps begin their expeditions once again, and later find the place where the Eldians are turned into Titans. But in spite of that, just over the hill, the vast ocean is revealed to them, and everyone becomes joyous because of it. However, Eren realizes that even though they've grasped a little more of freedom, beyond the sea lies a world of enemies seeking for their destruction. Well, there you have it. Attack on Titan Season 3 is now fully summarized. I cannot wait for Season 4, which is premiering in the fall of 2020 this year. I know I didn't include a lot of detail, but if I missed anything really important, feel free to correct me in the comments down below. And if you like what I do, you can support me over on Patreon. In light of that, I'd like to thank Nadette, Scarf Gaming 210, and Gamertonic for your support over on Patreon. Anyways, I hope you really enjoyed the video, and have a good one.